This is the Honaker Trail in southeastern Utah, a trail down to the San Juan River, close to Goosenecks State Park, which is close to Mexican Hat. I'd really been looking forward to hiking this since I found the trail in the All Trails app. According to All Trails, it says it's a 4.5 mile trail round trip and about 1,700 feet of elevation gain. It goes down to the river, more than 1,000 feet deep down in that canyon. I have the map popped up there. It's not too hard to find. You need a Jeep or a four-wheel drive to get all the way to the trailhead without a super long hike. But you start off just following the directions to Goosenecks State Park, and then pretty soon after the road to Goosenecks, there's a dirt road that goes off to the right. And follow it, and eventually you make some forks. I think the forks are all to the left, and there's a water tank at one of the forks, and when you make the turn to the left there, road gets pretty rough. Since I mentioned Goosenecks State Park, you should definitely make a point of going there. It is well worth the visit. You don't see these views of the Goosenecks from the Honaker Trail, but at the state park it's basically a drive up to a lookout. Just amazing views of the Goosenecks there of the San Juan River. Another place you could visit in the area is Muley Point. I have pictures up from the lookout at Muley Point. It's up on top of Cedar Mesa. Cedar Mesa was showing up earlier in the video, basically in the background and towards the right of the video, but I'm not pointing that way in this part of it. But Muley Point's up the Moki Dugway. You go up the Moki Dugway, it's a narrow road with a lot of switchbacks. It starts off paved, but pretty early in the road, if I remember right, it switches to gravel. It's definitely drivable. It has sharp drop-offs. If you get nervous, it can make you nervous, but it's worth going up. Up at the top of that road, Moki Dugway, there's a turn to the left for a bumpy gravel road down to Muley Point. Over on the other side towards the left, showing up sometimes towards the left, that's Monument Valley way off in the distance. And this gets me to the actual trailhead. I'd parked just a short distance away. Couldn't tell if I was at the end of the road and needed to walk, or could drive a little bit in the Jeep. Could have driven a little bit more, I suppose, but it's a nice walk. This was the first hike I'd done, the first big hike I'd done wearing a video camera, so I do a lot of fidgeting with it here. And a lot of times I wasn't really sure where it was pointing, so here I switched over to using my iPhone for a little video where I could zoom in on the river and make sure I was pointing towards the river. That's something like, at least 1,200 feet below. For the hike down here, I'm going to speed up the video a bit so that the total file doesn't get too large. I haven't really decided what speed I'm going to use for most of it. As it goes down, one thing that I wasn't really happy with for the way that the camera made this look is there's a lot of places where it looks like I'm walking right along the edge of a cliff, or like there's a really sharp drop-off just to the side. In reality, it didn't seem like a big drop-off. A lot of times it's more of a trail built into a slope. I think having the camera sort of mounted close to my chest made the perspective kind of off on that, as far as making it look like there's a huge drop off to the side. And in some places probably looking like I'm leaning over a cliff. It wasn't like that. Now, instead of narrating the whole thing, I'm going to add some music. almost forgot with the music going. I'm supposed to be in DJ mode. Let's see, that was Bill Monroe picking Bluegrass Twist, also known as Bluegrass Part 1. Coming up, yours truly with nowhere near as good as Bill Monroe would do it, but me picking Evening Prayer Blues.
San Juan River down there.
Daddy loved the bars, so both of them are liable. Perhaps the way I
A little bit below
are,
the rim.
got a little devil
Downstream from
and an
Goosenecks,
angel
San Juan.
around me.
On the Honaker Trail.
Lordy dee. Well, okay, world, I admit it. The only thing I'm really good at is being me. Lordy dee.
I'm a semi-educated, honky-tonkin' fool. Jack Beam sedated, rated redneck kinda cool. My heroes are country poets who never even heard of me. La-di-dee. Okay, world, I admit it. The only thing I'm really good at's being me. La-di-dee.
Tried to be a husband, tried to play it straight. In 3 weeks she'd changed her mind that we should procreate. Tried to work a day job, I gave up my guitar. My new boss started booking me back in the music bars. Well, okay, world, I admit it. The only thing I'm really good at's being me. Lordy dee. Bunch of circles underneath my clothes.
Yeah, that's where all those classic girls touched you with 10-foot poles.
Hey, watch it. Got a little devil and an angel around me. Lordy-dee. Well, okay, world, I admit it. The only thing I'm really good at is being me. Lordy-dee. Tried to be a husband, tried to play it straight. In 3 weeks she'd changed her mind that we should procreate. Tried to work a day job, I gave up my guitar. My new boss started booking me back in the music bars. Well, okay, world, I admit it. The only thing I'm really good at is being me. Lordy-dee. Well, okay, I admit it. The only thing I'm really good at is being me. Lordy-dee. Oh, Lordy-dee.
Oh, Lord. Hey, El,
Yeah, brother, what is it?
you know what that Lordy-dee means, don't you?
Now, No, tell me.
That's hillbilly from C'est La Vie.
Well, Lottie-dee.
Hey, where's Bobo at?
I ain't seen him around in a few days. You know, he might be down at the station inn, dude. Let's go on down.
Let's go find Bobo. Actually, I think Bobo finds you, doesn't he?
He does every once in a while. Lottie-dee.
Lordy-dee. This song ever end?
Yeah.
You shake my nerves and you rattle my brains. Your kind of love drives a man insane. You broke my will, but what a thrill. Goodness gracious, great balls of fire. I laughed at love and I thought it was funny. You came along and you moved me, honey. I changed my mind, this love is fine. Goodness gracious, great balls of fire. Move me, baby, feels good. Hold me, baby, I wanna love you like a lover should. You're fine, so can. Like to tell the world that you're mine, mine, mine. I chew my nails and I twiddle my thumbs. I'm real nervous, but it sure is fun. Ooh, baby, you're driving me crazy. Goodness gracious, great balls of fire. Move me, baby, oh, it feels good. Hold me, baby, I wanna love you like a lover should. You're fine, so can. Like to tell the world that you're mine, mine, mine. I chew my nails and I twiddle my thumbs. I'm real nervous, but it sure is fun. Woo, baby, you're driving me crazy. Goodness gracious, great balls of fire. Goodness gracious, great balls of fire. Goodness gracious, great balls of fire.
That's Newgrass Revival with Great Balls of Fire. Before that, the Grascals, Being Me. Coming up next, Joe and Jesse and the Virginia Boys. I'll never love anybody but you, baby, baby, baby.
I'll never love anybody but you, baby, baby. I'll never love anybody but you if you'll be my girl. Oh yes, believe me, it's true. Oh yes, I'll love nobody but you. I'll always be true to you, baby, baby. I'll always be true to you if you'll be my girl. Oh yes, believe me, it's true. Oh yes, I'll love nobody but you. I'll take you out every night, baby, baby. I'll take you out every night if you'll be my girl. Oh yes, believe me, it's true. Oh yes, I'll love nobody but you.
I'm not looking at it, I don't know if the video camera is pointing in a good direction for seeing the river and sidewalk. If that direction towards the river, okay. Let's find out.
I'll never love anybody but you, baby, baby. I'll never love anybody but you if you'll be my girl. Oh yes, believe me, it's true.
Jesse and the Virginia Boys, I'll Never Love Anybody But You. Coming up, Reno and Smiley with He Will Set Your Fields on Fire.
There's a call that rings from the one that sings to those now gone astray. Saying, come ye men, and you load of sin.
This direction, I don't see the river most of the time. That's something
lay. You don't seem to eat at the chains of greed. Your conscience never dies. Be assured, my friend, if you still offend, He will set your field on fire. Now if you don't, I'm a sin car. He will set your field on fire. You have heard Jesus call. Let us on us, that's all it's for. I'm a friend, if you desire, you may join the heavenly choir and rejoice with Him, free from every sin, when He sets His world on fire. You have heard His voice, sing a soul rejoice that trusted in His grace. You have flushed with sin as He knocked within, but still you hide your face from the blessed Lord and His own true word, but still you stay retired. Leave the downward path, kindle not His wrath, or He set your field on fire. I'm a sin retired. At your field on fire. You have heard Jesus call. That's nice of us all. And every you desire, may join the heavenly choir and rejoice with Him, free from every sin, when He sets His world on fire.
Well, thank you. This part of the video, it's getting up to a little point that sticks out. You don't really have to go down to that point as part of the trail if you don't want to. I inserted some videos here that I took from my iPhone. From looking around, it's a good view of the river in that area. So this is looking upstream and then sort of swinging around. There's the point that sticks out. It looks narrow there, but it's not really narrow. It's wide enough to walk out on. There's just a crack. You have to use your judgment whether or not to. And this video picks up another video from the phone, looking around from down towards the end of the
San
point
Juan River down
and
there,
being able to look at where the river
the Honaker
curves
Trail,
around down below.
Goosenecks.
This is one of the few places where there is a big drop off to the side, so you need to be careful if you're going out there. But then again, there's plenty of room. You don't need to go back to the edge. The camera view somehow makes it look like I was standing at the edge, but I wasn't. There's plenty of room. And back to hiking down the trail, this is one of the steeper parts for getting down. Wherever you do get to a steep part, it's more a matter of you have some set of big steps down where maybe you use your hands to steady yourself as you're getting down, and then it sort of levels out and has a gradual descent down a slope after one of these sections where you have some bigger steps downward. Video is still going at 50% faster than the real speed. That kind of gives an idea of how slowly I went down that descent. There's the crack that I mentioned. If you go out to the ledge up above, you have to be careful going across it, of course. I'm not recommending it. Back to the music now. Here's Charlie Monroe and the Kentucky Partners.
You're gonna miss me when I'm gone. You're gonna miss me when I'm gone. I know you will miss me when I'm gone. You're gonna miss me by my walk. You're gonna miss me by my talk. Oh, I know you will miss me when I'm gone. 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 I know you will miss me when I'm gone. 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 I know you will miss me when I'm gone. By my prayer, you're gonna miss me everywhere. I know you will miss me when I'm gone. You're gonna miss me by my song. You're gonna miss me all day long. Oh, I know you will miss me when I'm gone. 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 I know you will miss me when I'm gone. 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 I know you will miss me when I'm gone. by my way. You're gonna miss me every day. I know you will miss me when I'm gone. You're gonna miss me by my song. You're gonna miss me all day long. Oh, I know you will miss me when I'm gone. 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 I know you will miss me when I'm gone. 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 I know you will miss me when I'm gone.
Charlie Monroe and his Kentucky Partners, You're Gonna Miss Me When I'm Gone. I love the way that song just sounds so cheerful, even though the lyrics aren't especially cheerful. It makes me think of another one I'm gonna play next, the Gibson Brothers, Looking for a Smile and a Heartache. Good cheerful sounding song about a heartache.
I'm trying hard to find the man I used to know before. My life is torn and scattered like the echoes of the door. I'm searching through the ashes that your love left in its wake, but it's like looking for a smile in a heartache. Well, now I've searched high, but I'm still low. I can't be who I used to know without that loving angel by my side. This empty-handed loneliness is more than I can take, 'cause it's like looking for a smile in a heartache. I try to do the things I did before you were around. I hang out with some friends, but I'm nowhere to be found. I look through some old pictures that they took our wedding day, but I'm looking at a smile through a heartache. Well, now I've searched high, but I'm still low. I can't be who I used to know without that loving angel by my side. This empty-handed loneliness is more than I can take, 'cause it's like looking for a smile in a heartache. Sitting at a table in a restaurant all alone, you walk through the door and I wish that I was home. I can hear your laughter after every joke he makes, but I can't force a smile through a heartache. Well, I've searched high, but I'm still low. I can't be who I used to know without that loving angel by my side. This empty-handed loneliness is more than I can take, 'cause it's like looking for a smile in a heartache. Well, I've searched high, I'm still low. I can't be who I used to know without that loving angel by my side. This empty-handed loneliness is more than I can take, 'cause it's like looking for a smile in a heartache. It's just like looking for a smile in a heartache.
Watching the video now, I'm noticing that this is just getting to the part where it was in the sun. I'd started the hike about 9:45 in the morning. This is end of May or beginning of June. I can't remember exactly which day. But for the way down, so much of the hike, at least in the upper portions, was in the shade, which makes a nice difference. And as I was getting to this point where I started to get out of the shade, at times I started thinking, maybe I should stop and have some lunch while I'm still in the shade. So pretty soon this part of the video ends, and I sat down along the trail and Had a little bit of lunch while I was still in the shade, but we're not quite up to that part yet. This is a part with a nice view of the bend of the river. Right after that bend, I think, is where it goes from being technically Bears Ears National Monument to being Lake Powell National Recreation Area or Glen Canyon National Recreation Area. I forget what the name is, but it's just a technical boundary as far as I'm concerned. Anyway, Bend of the River makes me think of good old song from Red Allen, Down Where the River Bends.
Down where the river bends, with God's help we'll meet again, under the same old sycamore tree, proud of each other and the land of the free.
It's hard to keep the tears out of my eyes, for this may be her last goodbye. Your country calls you to defend this great land, so you'll do your part just like a man.
Down where the river bends, with God's help we'll meet again, under the same old sycamore tree, proud of each other and the land of the free.
I'll go down to the ocean blue and get as close as I can to you. Though this old ocean may keep us apart, it won't keep you, dear, out of my heart.
Down where the river bends, with God's help we'll meet again, under the same old sycamore tree, proud of each other and the land of the free.
If the worst should happen and the poppy should wave over your far and lonely grave, all the rest of my life I'll spend in prayer. I'll meet you in heaven, there's no wars there.
Down where the river bends, with God's help we'll meet again, under the same old sycamore tree, proud of each other and the land of the free. Roll, muddy river, roll on, muddy river, roll on, muddy river, roll on, muddy river. I've got a notion you'll go to the ocean alone, muddy river, roll on. I've got a baby in Tennessee who's long been waiting for little old me. Roll, muddy river, roll on, muddy river, roll on, muddy river, roll on. New Orleans on the old St. Louis, stop in Memphis, Minneapolis too. Back in Nashville I'll be through, so roll, muddy river, roll on, muddy river, roll on. Roll, muddy river, roll on, muddy river, roll on, muddy river, roll on, muddy river. I've got a notion you'll go to the ocean alone, muddy river, roll on. way. So roll, muddy river, roll on, muddy river, roll on. Roll, muddy river, roll on, muddy river, roll on, muddy river, roll on, muddy river. I've got a notion you'll go to the ocean alone, muddy river, roll on. I've got a baby in Tennessee who's long been waiting for little old me. Roll, muddy river, roll on, muddy river, roll on, muddy river, roll on. Roll, muddy river, roll on, muddy river, roll on, muddy river, roll on.
Okay, the music definitely has a river theme now. There was Red Allen doing Down Where the River Bends, and then the Grascals doing Roll Muddy River. I'll go ahead to, let's see, this is the Kentucky Headhunters along with Lorraine Jordan and Carolina Road, Running Water.
Can't you hear the sound of a whippoorwill? Smell the smell of a moonshine still. Through the top of the pines I call your name, but the running water took you away. Hear the hound dog howl, feel the cold wind blow through the clouds of a coal black smoke. In the burning sky I see your face, like the running water. Girl, you're gone away. That running water rolling through your mind gave you a vision of a wilder life. As the boats roll by, our true love died. That running water is so unkind. Tomorrow morning I'll bring you home. You promised me that you never roam, but the well's gone dry and you never stay. Like running water, you'll always stray. Like running water, you'll always stray.
Running Water. Now here's Dole Lawson and Quicksilver featuring Jamie Daly.
You never listened when I talked. Your heart was far away. Your mind was on somebody else, not what I had to say. Can you hear me now, sweetheart? Now all is said and done. He broke your heart just like I knew, and now he's up
They'll go
and
down the Honaker
gone.
Trail at the San Juan
He's
River.
left you there to cry alone. He's broken every vow. You never heard my words before, but can you hear me now?
That's Roanoke by Bill Monroe. Video's getting to the point where I stopped to have a little lunch while I was still in the shade, and then picked the video back up with a little bit that I shot from my iPhone. I'll leave the sound on for that part.
Further down the Honaker Trail with the San Juan River. Some rafters down there. This group had stopped for a lunch break, I guess, and now that I've finished my lunch, they have started back into the river. Group had stopped for a lunch break, I guess, and now that I've finished my lunch, they have started back into the river. Okay, had a nice little lunch break. Yelled hi back and forth with several people down there on the river as they're floating by. They had a lunch break too and just got started again. And I'm going to get back to hiking.
I haven't really taken up trail running, I just sped up the video. This is going double speed. If I was trail running, well, I would fall, hurt myself, and double speed would look faster than this until I fell and hurt myself. But nah, I just sped up the video, I confess.
I'm asking of you, little darling, are you tired of the love I possess? Are you longing to be with another? If you don't love me, why not confess? When I'm around you, you're always complaining. You're just trying to beat me, I guess. For my sake, I am asking in earnest. If you don't love me, why not confess? You have always told me that you love me, and forever would be my sweetheart. I can tell by your countless expressions that my love has no place in your heart. When I'm around you, you're always complaining. You're just trying to beat me, I guess. For my sake, I am asking in earnest. If you don't love me, why not confess? You're just trying to beat me, I guess. For my sake, I am asking in earnest. If you don't love me, why not confess?
Don Reno and Charlie Moore with If You Don't Love Me, Why Not Confess. Going to play a little bit of Kenny and Amanda Smith doing an old Reno and Smiley song, and follow that up with the Lonesome River Band to finish out the downhill portion of the hike.
Oh, the nights are lonely here without you. Oh, I see is grief and pain. But now another's arms now hold you. As no other, though you're going far away, will you ever think, my darling, of our last goodbye today?
Not very far away. Fortunately, this is a very long trail. The Honaker Trail. As no other, though you're going far away, will you ever think, my darling, of our last goodbye today?
long. Said another man has got my woman and gone. Well, I got these blues and the wearing of the soles of my shoes. Well, I got these blues and the wearing of the soles of my shoes. My gal, she went away and left me. She left me with a doggone blue. Well, the road is rocky, but it won't be rocky long. Oh, the road is rocky, but it won't be rocky long. Said another man has got my woman and gone. You never miss a water until the well runs dry. Well, you never miss a water until the well runs dry. You never miss your woman until she says goodbye. Well, the road is rocky, but it won't be rocky long. Well, the road is rocky, but it won't be rocky long. Said another man, he's got my woman and gone. Bring my woman back home. Well, I wish the Lord would bring my woman back home. Well, I'm not so blue and lonely, I just wanna be alone. Well, the road is rocky, but it won't be rocky long. Well, the road is rocky, but it won't be rocky long. Said another man, it's got my woman and gone.
This is the trail marker at the bottom. Very nice. San Juan River, down at the bottom of the Honaker Trail. A little bit downstream of Goosenecks State Park. Beautiful canyon here. There's a group with rafts just ahead that I'm wondering if they actually camped down here for the night and are late getting away in the morning, or stopped for lunch and really set up a lot down here. And down to the river. So I think I'll stop the camera here. Maybe tilted up some since I don't know what's been on camera, what's been in the field of view. Beautiful. About a 2.5 mile hike, I think. Stopped for lunch along the way, or at least for a little bit of lunch. I'll record a little bit of the walk along the San Juan River now, after hiking down the Honaker Trail. Not sure how far I will walk. Actually, I should stop and get some water and put on sunscreen. And there's a very little bit of shade right here, so I guess I'll do that right here. Okay, a little walk along the San Juan River, down below the Honaker Trail, a little bit downstream from Goosenecks State Park, which is downstream from Mexican Hat.
I sped up the video again. You can probably guess that from how fast I was talking. There are a lot of little pathways here, sort of along the river, not really leading to anything in particular as far as I can tell. I'll take that back. I guess it was probably leading from one campsite to the other. The group of rafters that I was looking at on the way down the trail, the ones that were staying along the bank, I wound up talking with them after sort of walking around exploring this area for an hour or two. Just before heading up the trail, they waved me over, asked me to sit down and talk a while. And it turns out they were I think they were on their 5th day of maybe a 9-day rafting trip. I think they said they started at Bluff, which is going upstream. The next town from here upstream would be Mexican Hat, and then I think the next town after that would be Bluff, Utah. I think they said that's where they got in the river, and I think they said they had 4 days of rafting, and this is their off day. I guess they would raft, camp, a lot of campsites, rough campsites along the river for the rafters. Nothing really developed, but places where they know they can camp. And this being their 5th day, they were just taking a day off where they camped there last night. They were staying there, just hanging around, recovering and relaxing, and then camping the same place this night, and then 4 more days of rafting to their destination.
Looks like it gets kind of thick up there for not wearing long pants. So I'll go back this way a bit. There's a bit of a trail through the sand over here. I have no idea how far this trail goes.
Ooh, seeing cactus along the trail there. Every time that I saw the cactus, it seemed like I remembered that I really wasn't very far, as the crow flies, not very far from where I'd had a painful incident with a cactus about 4 years ago up in Road Canyon, Utah, up on Cedar Mesa. More cactus. Ugh, I hate looking at it. So much cactus. That's one reason I definitely was not going this fast. This is at double speed again. I was going more slow and being careful not to fall into that cactus. I think this part of the video is going to be ending pretty soon. At this point, if I remember right, my camera battery was just about run out and the camera was just about overheated too. And I was not really overheated, but I was ready to try to find a shady spot and finish my lunch. So pretty soon after this little segment of video ends, I headed back towards the steeper part and tried to scramble up into a shady spot. Actually, I did scramble up into a shady spot, got a sandwich out of my backpack, and before I had taken a few bites out of it, it was not in the shade anymore. While my video camera was recovering, cooling down and recharging the battery, took a few still photos down by the river, down at the bottom. A couple of selfies here. One has a sandy beach, rocky but sandy, and it was a bigger beach than I expected down there. And now back to the beginning of the trail.
Starting back up the trail. Had a lot of hiking around at the bottom along the river. Really, really nice down there. And spent a little time chatting with a group that had been rafting down the river. They've rafted 44 miles so far, starting at Bluff, and camped for the night before they continue another 40-some miles.
Little piece of pie, little piece, wouldn't give it all away. Look down the road, seen Sally come and thought to my soul, it's goodness ever. There ain't no pie, there ain't no pudding, no ice, don't play old Freddy Goodman.
for a water break there in the video. That reminds me, I'm trying to remember how much water I had on this hike. I'm thinking when I got up to the Jeep, I counted 8 empty half-liter bottles. So 4 liters, that's about a gallon of water for this hike. And that was in about 6.5, 7 hours, something like that, including the walking around and stopping for lunch and all that. Yeah, 4 liters of water and a little more than a liter of Powerade. And boy, I still felt really, really drained the rest of the day after this hike. For the music, that was Bill Monroe and Byron Berline doing Sally Gooden, and having the speed of that fiddle and mandolin song seemed really fitting for having the trail video going at double speed, so I'm going to do another one like that. I think this one is Mark O'Connor, maybe with Byron Berline again. I don't remember for sure. This is another Bill Monroe tune. Maybe it's Mark O'Connor and Bill Monroe doing Gold Rush.
Here might be a Steve Smart.
So honey, bye-bye. Stake out your claim now.
Use my hands.
I'll wind you down till my money's gone. But the gold rush is over and the bums rush is on. Now when I had the money, honey, things were just fine. He spent my money like I was mine. But now you mistreat me cause my money's gone. So go legged mama, you just start moving on. You shovel up sweet
I only see another rafter going by down there. First people I've seen rafting down the river since I was having lunch this morning. So probably about 3 or 4 hours ago. 2:51 now. I think that was about 4 hours ago that I was finishing lunch. I was finishing my first part of lunch.
You've been out prospecting all around on the side, but this old mule now has had his last ride. So start walking, woman, cause your grub stick is gone. The gold rush is over and the bums rush is on.
Got up there, I think one of the raptors that was had stopped for an all day. Camped down there, taking off that, hop across the mountains. So you have to hop across a little back. You don't have to, but if you want to go out to the point, you do. On actual Honaker Trail. Gets you past it.
David Davis and the Warrior River Boys, the gold rush is over. Before the gold rush was over, we had Gold Rush. And when I was starting to play that, I was just sort of going from memory. I knew it was from a Mark O'Connor CD called Heroes. Couldn't remember if it was Byron Berline or Bill Monroe on it. I looked it up. Turns out it was both of them. And there's a neat YouTube video that shows them in the studio recording that. Mark O'Connor, Byron Berline, Bill Monroe, and some other musicians there. Joe Mullins and the Radio Ramblers coming up next. Then we'll finish the trail with Randy Travis and Roy Rogers.
Who I am,
and we danced all night long.
Goosenecks is down that way.
Through the day and the night, now the summer's gone. Rosin up a bow, we're gonna have a do-si-do. The girl over there all dressed in white, tonight she'll be my wife. And we danced all night long. Through the day and the night, now the summer's gone. Congregation gathering around. Preacher's gonna give a sermon till the sun goes down. And we danced all night long. Through the day and the night, now the summer's gone.
sun's going down on this town. Things are never gonna settle down. 'Cause I was young, I fell in love with a girl named Mary Ann. I went down the mountainside and told her who I am. And we danced all night long. Through the day and the night, now the summer's gone. It was through the day and the night, now the summer's gone.
Some trails are happy ones, others are blue. It's the way you ride that trail that counts. Here's a happy one for you.
Happy trails to you until we meet again.
Happy trails to you. Keep smiling until then.
Who cares about the clouds if we're together?
Just sing a song and bring the sunny weather.
Happy trails to you till we meet again.
Who cares about the clouds if we're together?
Just sing a song and bring the sunny weather.
Happy trails to you till we meet again.
Who cares about the clouds if we're together?
Just sing a song and bring the sunny weather.
Happy trails to you till we meet again.